That guy's
For me, yeah, he definitely got a heavy. He's a heavy-handed
I
guy.
think
But
he,
for me, the most
throws his
impressive was his
hips.
stamina.
yeah. The hips are throw. It's
Yeah.
all the
He
hips.
Yeah,
throws
he's got a lot of torque.
Most people punch the arm, the shoulder, it all goes at the same time. But
Yeah.
some people, they have their hips go like a split second before the rest of their body goes,
Yeah.
and it turns into a whip.
Yeah, he's got the natural.
Right, yeah.
It's like Garcia's left. There's just something unnaturally special about it. Garcia's left hook is likely what's going to end that Tank fight, in my opinion. If the fight gets ended, it could certainly
Think about some of the.
But that Tank opens himself up with some of his stuff. That left hook by Garcia, you can make a case that it's the quickest left hook in boxing history. You can make that case.
You remember La La Hoya's was good too when he was first coming up.
Not even in the same ballpark. There weren't left hooks that put people to sleep by De La Hoya that you had to freeze frame and go back and rewatch to see what the fuck.
I mean, I hear you. It's a quick one, but I tell you what, that uppercut by Tank is no joke. That puts motherfuckers to sleep too. So
yeah,
I think
it's gonna be a duel.
It's gonna tell. There's a lot to tell about whether the tall kid has the discipline to make it. Garcia, I'm sorry, yeah. Garcia to have the discipline to make a more boring tactical fight favors him. And he can do that if he doesn't get caught up in the crowd and shit, the emotions.
Well, the real move, if I'm training Garcia, I'm saying, look, you can steal the first 3 or 4 rounds because Tank's a slow starter. You can go out there and pressure him. He's going to learn. He's like a computer. He's going to learn, try to time you. At that point, box him. Stay on the outside.
Right.
Jab.
Don't fall in with him.
Don't, even if he gives you some things that you look like are working, don't go in and engage.
He's already shown that that's his strategy. He's fine with losing rounds because he's setting traps every time. And if you watch him round after round, he's losing the round, but he's setting traps. He's looking for those vicious uppercut, those hooker cuts. And I mean, thus far, he's done it every single time. So he's fine losing rounds. You're 100% right. If Garcia can maintain discipline and not get caught, box perfectly he can handle it. And I believe he could knock Tank out. He's got the power, certainly. Well, I haven't seen Tank hurt yet, but I believe anybody can knock anybody if the right circumstance.
Garcia wins the first 4 naturally, outboxes him for the next 4, and Tank gets a little desperate. Garcia can knock him out by boxing and letting Tank come.
No, I agree 100%. Yeah, that's exactly how I figure it. Like,
if I'm on Garcia, that's my plan. Win those, we'll get out there and start strong.
Put those in the bank.
Lay low, jab, stay on the outside. Just
be prepared to take the incoming.
Even if he starts playing his Venus flytrap shit and pretending he's a little hurt to get you in, don't fall for that shit. Be disciplined. And in the final rounds, let him come to you and keep.
That's what I said. You discipline.
Yeah, man.
Discipline.
It should. If Garcia wins that, he is the king of the sport in a lot of ways. Because Tyson Fury just ate shit with this Usyk.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. In terms of if you're talking about who's the face of the sport, a year or 2 ago, everybody would have said Canelo, and then you might have said, hey, Tyson Fury. But yeah, you're right. The luster has been taken off of. There's really nobody out there. Yeah. There's really nobody out there that's the.
We haven't talked about the Usyk Tyson Fury fallout. The luster on Tyson Fury has been huge forever. A fan favorite, sing Bye Bye American Pie. Real boxing fans know that he just ducked Usyk in a really, really odd way. And we can get into it, but do you disagree with that assessment? What do you think?
I think he did it strategically. I don't think it was all that bad. I think that he in his mind, at least from his standpoint, nobody in the world can say this man's name. Everybody in the world right now knows Tyson Fury. Why am I? And let's be honest, we're talking about serious risk. Usyk is a serious threat. I understand. I would favor Fury because of his size and speed, but Usyk is a master boxer, truly a master boxer, and I believe that he could find a way to. I think it's a dangerous fight for Fury. It proves nothing, and again, everybody knows my name. Nobody can spell or pronounce his. That's the way Fury's looking at it.
Yeah, but so
Not worth it.
what you're saying though is that Fury's a bigger financial draw, which is fair. So Fury said,
Right.
look, it's going to be 70-30 for the first fight, and Usyk goes, I accept that proposal. So that attends to your what you're talking about is that one guy's a bigger financial draw.
Right.
The way it fell apart was on the rematch clause. So if Usyk wins, he's now got all the belts. He's now got all the shine because he just took down a giant.
Right.
In that case, Usyk is the first undisputed heavyweight champion in a long fucking time. And now we're Tyson Fury. So the rematch clause, Usyk said, I'll do 50-50 for the second fight. Tyson Fury said, no, I want more. That's the sign. So for the way boxers duck other boxers at this level, at the high level, is they put in weird fucking clauses that
and in this fight, I do know it was the rematch clause that came down to it. I didn't know the specifics of it, but it had to do with the rematch clause because I know Usyk accepted 70-30.
70-30 and then said, I'll do 50-50, which was his exact same clause he accepted when he beat Anthony Joshua. So there was a rematch clause with 50-50 the second time, standard. And that makes sense because at that point, it's undisputed. You're going to tell the guy who's the undisputed champion he deserves less than 50%. That's a fuck you all.
Yeah, but they're both undisputed champions, according to the bizarro world. That they're both undisputed champions. So they both got an O behind their record. Who's going to?
We're talking about the rematch. That means Usyk's already beat.
The rematch.
Yeah, that means Usyk won the fight. We're talking 70-30 is the first. That's locked in. Tyson fucked him on the rematch clause. That means Usyk is undisputed, and he's the champion, and he already has all the shine from the whipping his ass. He's a bigger star than Fury at that point. And by the way, his personality huge.
I get what you're saying, but
50-50 at that point is a no-brainer. And Tyson Fury's going, with no belts, I need more than 50% for the rematch clause.
Because he believes his star power deserves that. I hear you, bro, but you're preaching to the choir. I'm just giving you the rationale.
That's how you duck. You and I both know how fighters duck. The way
it's also how the fighter's ego comes into play too. It's not always just about ducking. It's these egos sometimes are so fucking big.
Jimmy, what do you think of that? The rematch over 50-50. Should Usyk be the undisputed champion of the world, he's got to take a rematch clause for less than 50-50, and that Tyson Fury asked for it.
Yeah, I think that's fucking ridiculous. But think about something. I'm curious. I don't think you know the answer, and I don't either. But I'd be willing to say that Tyson get more money when he came back and fought? God, who beat him?
Tyson got more money than anybody he ever fought because he was a huge superstar.
Yeah, but so that's Tyson Fury's thinking.
Well,
exactly. I'm the name. I'm the star. Nobody can pronounce this man's name. They don't even know him. That's his point.
Everybody knows his name, by the way. But you guys missed the buildup for this. So the buildup for this was they're in negotiations, and Fury threw out 70-30, thinking Usyk would say no.
Usyk said yes. I saw him.
Went on flat out and said, "Greedy belly, I accept 70-30."
Let's do it. Yep. Greedy belly.
Usyk wanted to fucking make this fight. Tyson Fury kept throwing ridiculous shit out in order to not make it happen. And that rematch clause is his way of ducking. And I'll tell you why.
You and I have no argument. I'll tell you why. I agree with you.
I'll tell you why he did it. Because Tyson Fury's two greatest skills are his boxing skills, because he outboxes these heavyweights. Usyk better there, way better, significantly better.
Usyk can maneuver around him.
And his second skill is his size, which he uses to lean and wear people down that are power punchers, etc. He's not going to catch Usyk on that. So his two greatest strengths as a fighter are negated. I still think Fury's a big favorite going into that fight. But I think Fury knows that fight is not the best matchup for him, and no matter what,
I agree with you.
He's not going to.
I think you're saying that it's out of cowardice. I'm saying that he's got an ego and says, this is a high risk for me. unless I'm getting paid, I'm not
He
gonna look
doesn't
at this
need
no
it. He
name.
doesn't need it.
He's gonna get paid.
It's not about
He doesn't
it's
need
not
the
even like
headache.
you're suggesting he's ducking him as in he's afraid to fight that guy. He's not afraid to fight that guy. He doesn't see it as a good
You're
business
literally
or
telling
whatever.
me he's ducking him while telling me he's not ducking. You're like, he doesn't see it as
He's
a good
ducking him, but not ducking him because he's cowardly. He's ducking him because he doesn't think it's a good career/business move.
Being
Because he's weighing reward and
Jimmy, undisputed, massive money fight. Is there any reason why you wouldn't do that if you're Tyson Fury? Undisputed, locked in history forever, and you get that much fucking cash. Is there any reason you wouldn't do it?
Of course not.
Yeah,
But you're talking to me. Tyson Fury, don't forget something. Don't forget something.
Tyson Fury has Joshua too.
Fuck Joshua. Usyk already beat him twice. There's no shine in that. How the fuck are you
Big
going to
money in London?
Tyson Fury's got head problems.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Tyson Fury's got head problems. Maybe he's got head problems. You know, maybe they came back.
Okay, that's legit.
True.
That's legit. But so his head trauma is causing him to duck Usyk, is what you're saying.
But I don't believe
I
that at
didn't
all.
say I wouldn't talk.
He said it's possible.
It's 100%.
Anything's possible. But
Wait
he's
a
not ducking him because he's
minute.
afraid of him.
No. No,
It's a duck. A duck doesn't mean you're afraid. It means you're ducking. Ducking means I'm just staying away from this guy, which, by the way, is fear. You're afraid of losing. You're afraid of embarrassing yourself. You're afraid of a bad fight.
Sometimes you make a business decision that's
ducking.
just kind of weighing out
Kind of ducking.
pros and cons.
You mean ducking? You mean ducking? Yeah. The money's there. The shine's there. The history's there. All that's there. So all that removed, you mean you're ducking? Is that what you're saying? You're fucking flat out ducking because you know that the guy's a bad matchup. Shut the fuck up. He's ducking his face up. Tyson Fury is ducking, and I love them. I understand all boxers would be like, dude, that's the baddest man.
I honestly, head to head, bro. Listen, I bet the house on it. I think Fury wins the fight.
Of course,
but I can see why. I could see though. I can see a path to where Usyk can win. So it's not a.
If his team right now is telling him, you know what, you should really take a walk away from this, and we could position ourselves. He looks like a fucking bitch right now. To the everybody who knows he's a bit, and this is a guy who had all the shine, all the love. He stepped in there against Wilder. He doesn't deserve anybody to say he looks like a bitch at all because he's earned that respect. And the boxing community now is going, look, you're fucking ducking this guy. You can't duck a little welterweight.
Guess what?
Fight
this
him.
Fight's going to happen. I think the fight's going to happen. I think this is still just a lot of gamesmanship. Eventually, it will happen.
If they're building,
when Tyson has no other options,
it's still stupid because that means that Tyson Fury fights Anthony Joshua and Usyk fights Wilder. Now, what if Joshua wins and Usyk wins? Now Usyk and Joshua becomes another fight. What if Wilder?
You're talking from the standpoint of a fan, of somebody who loves boxing, and I get it.
Now it's going to be fucking Fury and Wilder again. All of those possibilities are stupid. The only fight is those two. Everything else is horseshit. I would like to see Joshua.
I think Fury wants to make a lot of money. If Joshua scores a magnificent knockout this weekend, looks spectacular, gets people excited. To you and me, he's damaged goods. To you and I don't think much of Joshua at all. He's got but in England, Tyson Fury will make more money.
Who the fuck thinks Joshua's damaged goods? Who? Nobody.
I think a lot of people do. He got stopped, but it's not just about Usyk, okay? It's not just about Usyk. It's also about, don't forget.
He's always been the softest and the least.
I think Deontay Wilder eliminates him in a round or two just because of his chin. He's got good skills, but because of his chin, I think Wilder destroys him. I don't think he can touch.
In 2023. He's the only reason people think less of him.
You're talking out of your fucking ass, Beans. He's nowhere close to Lennox Lewis.
He's the closest.
Oh, absolutely not.
He's the closest thing. It doesn't mean he's close to it. He's the closest. That's the closest thing we have to Lennox in 2023. He's a poor man's Lennox Lewis. The only reason
he's not. I don't think. No, that's not a good comparison at all.
Bullshit. The only reason people think less of him is he got outclassed by a fucking once in a lifetime boxer.
And he also got knocked out. He's also
Twice.
got knocked out by John Ruiz, and he's also been, or I'm sorry, by Andy Ruiz, and he's also been staggered by any number of other fighters. He's got a very suspect chin. I honestly think he'd be obliterated by
the heavyweight division. That getting staggered isn't important. Getting Andy Ruiz.
He's shown he more often than not he has shown
everybody gets staggered.
A susceptible chin.
Division. If you stay up in the heavyweight division and you win, you get staggered. That's what makes you a legend.
Maybe you're just high on Anthony Joshua and you like him. I don't think he'd go 2 rounds with Wilder because his chin is too vulnerable.
I don't like Anthony Joshua. I think his style is boring. I don't think he's got, but I still think he's really fucking dangerous. Like, I don't think he's an easy out.
Okay, fair enough. What I'm saying is he's also extremely popular in the UK. And from the standpoint of Tyson Fury, to wait and see how Joshua looks this weekend, stay in a bargaining position for a future Usyk fight. That Joshua fight.
Less money, not unify the title. Whoever's
less money. Do you think so? No. Less money. What are you talking about? Less money to fight Joshua in Wembley? Are you kidding?
You think the pay-per-view numbers to watch?
I think that Joshua. I think that Tyson Fury and Joshua is the fight that the UK wants. The Western world.
By the way, the UK is a tiny little place. The world's a very large place.
I get that, but they're an influential place. Let's keep it real.
Just watch Joshua get his ass kicked by Usyk twice, and they're going to be.
I think Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua is the biggest money fight you can make on earth today.
Oh bullshit! It'll be a little peon compared to Usyk, who whipped Anthony Joshua twice and has all the other belts. A unification belt in the heavyweight division is a much bigger fight than watching a guy coming off 2 subsequent losses to the guy who you could be fighting.
Did you just say subsequent?
I did. I fucked it up, but it's completely fine. Yeah, that's bullshit. You fight the fucking winner. Boxing wants to watch winners, especially pay-per-view. You want to watch a guy who's
thinking like a manager, bro. I'm thinking money. I'm thinking domestic fight. Drag it out, and let these two fight. Easy money. I think Tyson Fury. Jimmy, you tell me. You think Tyson Fury doesn't look at Anthony Joshua and say easy money?
You just made your fighter the most beloved fighter in the world look like a fucking bitch, which is almost impossible to do. That's how you hypothetically manage into the ground to a boring ass fight against a guy who you say isn't even close to Lennox Lewis, who's coming off 2 losses in a row for a belt, who now fans are clamoring for him to give up. And say,
I'm talking about his popularity. He's a superstar in the UK. He's on every billboard. He's transcended the sport.
Now your fighters, his star is going down. Because everybody sees him as a
Sandro, come on.
Trust me, I'm telling you.
Sandro, you know you fucking fight the winner. He's right.
Of course I'm right.
I mean, exactly.
Like these stupid fucking arguments. Like,
of course,
like a fucking newbie. You act like you literally.
I don't know if you understand how popular Anthony Joshua is as a personality in the UK and in the Arab world.
Are you really?
Forget about he's on every watch,
right now?
every sneakers.
When
it comes to making money, when it comes to making financial decisions, yes.
Charming your wife, maybe, but fuck you with a goddamn charming he's so popular in the UK. He goes on and gives teeth commercials.
What is that, your best Paul McCartney right there?
He's on every toothpaste commercial in the entire world, don't you know?
It's true, though, is what I'm trying to say. That so I can understand why Fury is more salivating over that easy work for huge money than to go tangle with Usyk, who nobody knows, for probably around similar money.
The world knows, especially with his Ukrainian shine. There's a huge story there. By the way, if Anthony Joshua is so fucking popular, then the world just saw Usyk whip his ass twice. So now Usyk has the shine of Anthony Joshua 2 times.
Not even close.
You know what? And it's easier to say Usyk than Anthony Joshua.
Are you fucking even arguing, Sandro? It's ridiculous.
By the way, he's got beautiful style too, and better teeth. Anthony Joshua. Usyk. Jimmy, tell him. God damn it.
Fuck, what is your deal with fucking Anthony Joshua? Big fucking.
I have no. I don't. I've never been a fan of Joshua. What I'm explaining here is that he is going to bring money to the table. He's a big star in the UK, even though he's lost. Much like Amir Khan. Do you guys remember a guy called Amir Khan?
No,
nobody could understand how he could be knocked out every other fight and still bring millions to fights in the UK. They love their fighters. Tyson Fury wants that domestic clash with Anthony Joshua, the gold medalist, so he can lay claim to that scalp. And he's hoping that Joshua looks.
So Tyson Fury needs help getting the UK audience to fucking.
This is
He doesn't need help.
I know what this is. I know what this is.
So Tyson Fury needs help getting the UK audience to buy his shit. So he needs another UK fighter.
I know what this is.
US or the UK won't. This is the dumbest argument ever.
This is another fucking apocalypto. He stepped in shit, and now he's gonna fucking back it.
Bury himself into this horrible fucking. Although Apocalypto is a great movie, but yes, well,
you're being disingenuous if you were gonna pretend that you don't understand the business side of boxing. But go ahead.
This has nothing to do with business. Tyson Fury's the hugest.
Has everything to do with business. Okay. Anthony Joshua's not even on top anymore.
Anthony Joshua's a better draw than Usyk, who's the actual title owner.
He absolutely is a better draw, and that's the only thing I've been saying the whole time. He is a better draw than Usyk. And so, from a financial standpoint,
hey, dude, the draw's out of where the draw's out of the UK, where Fury is. You're out of your fucking mind right now. I could not disagree with you more. Fury already owns. He already owns the UK. You don't need a second UK fucking loser coming in for your fight. You go after the unification with it. You could even position it as Eastern Europe versus Western your society.
I disagree with you. I know. Listen, I disagree with you. I know people in the UK. I believe that
unification fight.
That's fine. Listen, I'm not gonna waste your time arguing about it. I'm telling you that I believe that an Usyk a Fury Joshua fight would be the biggest you can make in the UK.
Shouldn't come out of your mouth. It should be.
Some people have honor, and that's what they want to do.
To fight a two-time loser versus the guy who beat him twice. He's ducking. He's ducking.
I'm not going to argue with him. It's a big domestic fight. Boxing is still beloved in the old country, and that's a huge domestic fight. Honestly,
I'm going to say this.
He's the loser.
He's the loser. What the fuck is he
talking? Loser. He's not a loser, but he's the loser.
Twice in a row.
Not if he scores. He's fighting this weekend, and if he scores a spectacular knockout, for which Fury's going to be ringside. Don't mind me, bro. Fury's going to be ringside. I mean, there's going to be a big deal of it.
Ringside because he ducked Usyk like a fucking bitch. And everybody knows it. Everybody in boxing knows it. They ducked him like a little hooker. Like running from, I don't want to pay my pimp. I'm going to run away. Run away. Run away. I'm not going to fight the winner.
The problem I have with boxing is everything is made by a business decision, and I can understand the business decision in this. You can say he's running away because he's coward or whatever. I don't believe he's a coward at all.
Away. He's running away to take the Joshua fight. What? Because he's insecure about his hold over the UK.
No, because it's easy money for a man who sees a limited future in his life.
Easy money is what you do when you duck. How about taking the bigger money, the harder fight, and making the glory of a unified champion instead of going with easy money? How about that? How about honor? You said the word honor. You said the word honor a lot here today.
I'm not disagreeing with you, man. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the rationale as to why I believe Fury is acting the way he is. I don't believe it's cowardice. I believe that he's making business decisions.
There's no.
I'm not saying that's a good thing either. I'm not praising that. So I don't know why you're.
This is the problem with boxing. The people that make business decisions don't know shit about making business decisions. This is a fucking terrible argument. This is the worst argument I've ever heard. I'm not
making it. You're shooting the messenger, motherfucker.
No, I know, but you're trying to play devil's advocate. I'm just saying it's the worst fucking argument that I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm disgusted.
I'm not saying I agree with it, bro. I would love to see the best fight the best.
I'm more angry with Tyson. I'm more angry with Tyson Fury than I've ever been for not fucking taking this fight because you tried to defend this terrible decision and just didn't work out. It just didn't work.